What's good, y'all? It's your man, Head Crack. And we're in the chair today with celebrity barber Qaadir and his longtime client and friend, hip-hop heavyweight Don Cannon. This ain't just about hair. It's about culture, legacy, and the cleanest lineups in the game. All right, peace, brother. Tell me your name and what does this chair mean to you in the game?
Qaadir, what does this chair mean to me? Well, first of all, it's my way of life. It's been my way of life since I was 13. The game, we've been contributing a lot as far as, rappers and movie stars and people like that. Some of the closest ones now are Ludacris, Don Cannon. I did a lot of work with Akon, people like that. So that's one way. We've been getting upset. Matter of fact, here he go walking in right now.
Yo, so the crazy thing is, a lot of people get into cutting hair, you know what I'm saying, and you cut in, civilians, regular folks, right? How does one go from being a, regular barber to everyday common people getting linked up with the stars?
First of all, you got to master your craft. After you do that, the people will take notice. Once they take notice, then it's time for the lights.
Got you. Do you take it personal when a client starts off with you and then cheats on you with another barber?
Do I take it personal? Not really.
Okay.
Not really, because that rarely happens to me, but not really. Nah, I don't take that personal. I might be too busy, I might cost too much. You never know their situation, you know what I'm saying? So you can't take that personal.
Got you. Let's just say if you spent like a period of time building equity on someone's head, getting their line up a certain way, getting their beard a certain length.
It has been some.
And then somebody pushed the jaw back or whatever.
Yeah, it has been some situations where that's a little irking. It is. It is. When you get it set, you get it where you need it to be, and then they change it all the way up. Yeah, that can be a little frustrating at times.
Yo,
just tell them to keep going over there. Don't get mad about it. Just keep going where you're going.
Well, damn. That sounds, it's almost like a real relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you feel additional pressure though? Being like, a lot of times barbers are more than just barbers, especially for black men. They're also our therapists, our psychiatrists.
You're right about that.
Barbers know things that people's spouses or homies don't even know about the people that you cut.
I actually read a meme the other day. They said barbers are more loyal to their, clients are more loyal to their barber than they are their woman. So, yeah, that was kind of funny.
Yo, that's real in the film.
Yeah, it's real in the film.
Yo, so in the culture, cuts aren't just style; they're a statement. Why do you feel like hair and the styles that people rock is such a major flex in hip hop?
Man, well, hip hop's all about your image, right? Mm-hmm. You gotta have the right image, for people to be attracted to you. So, they start with your hair.
Now, when you think back, like in the 80s, everybody was doing like the high top fades, different parts and all the wild designs.
Yeah.
What trends did you latch on as a barber, that you felt like you was able to master?
Definitely Beijing. Probably Shorty Low, probably the most famous one for that, you know what I'm saying? But definitely Beijing. It's really pronounced Began, but the hood people call it
remixed
Beijing.
it?
Yeah, we definitely
So we out here saying it wrong.
Yeah, we definitely saying it wrong, fella.
Yeah, I don't even know why they switched it to that, because if you look at it on the bottle, it's B-I-G-E-N, correct?
Yeah.
Now, there's some people who do get carried away with the Beijing, you know what I'm saying? Like, cats walking around here looking like a German chocolate cake.
Yeah, it could be a little bit of a nuisance, especially when you don't really have you got that, I call it dandelion hair. you can see straight through to the scalp, but it's just black, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got nothing laying over top of there, it'll look crazy.
How do you have the tough conversations with clients when it gets to a point to where like they want to do a style that their follicles just ain't there to support?
Oh, nah, it's over, man. I just tell them it's over. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just over. It's over. There's nothing I can do.
Got you.
I tell them I can't. I can't alter nature, man. I could try, but I can't.
So if somebody came in like this, like, yo, I want some cornrows, bro.
No. No.
But every few years it seems like there is a new advancement in hair styling technology. For the longest time, people were clowning women with weaves and whatnot.
Oh no!
Now you got the man weaves.
They getting lace fronts. They getting lace fronts.
But is that what we call it for men, or do we have
it's just called a man unit. That's all.
Damn, that don't even sound cool either.
It's better than lace front though. It's better than lace front.
Can we go with meave?
Meave?
Like a man weave?
Nah, meave sound that's a little feminine. Just stick with unit. Unit give you, that separates you.
Got you. Now, out of all the styles that exist, because I remember back in the day, you used to be able to walk in a barbershop, you see all the different squares on the thing, you'd be like, let me get that number 7.
Right.
What style do you feel like you've completely mastered and you can do it no matter whose head you cutting off?
Man, I pretty much every one. I've been cutting a long time now, man, so we got a lot of reps, a whole lot. But my favorite, probably dark Caesar, deep dark waves, yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Like, for people who don't have no vision, who are some people that rock that style just so you can get a visual in your head?
I'm trying to think. Probably like a Meek. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like a Meek. Yeah.
Like 2014.
Yeah, no, after the braids. After the braids.
He kind of, last time I seen him, he looked like a Bushman.
Low dark Caesar, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, he probably going back.
Okay. What's a style that you want to see come back that people just ain't really rocking right now?
That I want to see come back? Man, that's tough. That's a tough one. Probably the Caesar, because all the young boys now, they don't want to brush their hair no more.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? They just they do the little nappy fro or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like that nappy fro sponge is probably like one of the laziest tools that have come out in a long time?
It's definitely lazy. It is. It look nice on some people though, but it's definitely lazy.
Yeah, like some people could pull off the disheveled look.
Yeah.
And other people it's like, hey, comb that, bruh.
Like, yeah, I'm fresh, but I'm homeless. Do something with it.
There's something to be said about that, because I always wondered, when people, like the first day that someone's homeless, do you make as much money as someone who's been homeless for a while? Because you don't look homeless enough. We don't believe you. You're too fresh homeless.
Yeah. So you got that fresh lineup. Yeah. I guess they do. They got to make as much.
All right, now what's a style that you never want to see again?
Never want to see again. The Gumby.
The Bobby Brown, my prerogative?
I don't never want to see
What's
that
wrong with
again.
the Gumby?
And I wore it, and I don't never want to see that again.
All right, now, what year did you retire your Gumby?
Oh, man, I can't remember that, man. Oh, man. Late 90s. Mid-90s, somewhere in there, yeah, but it was over with, man. I remember getting in the pool and then it's laying down on one side. Oh, man, that's crazy, man.
So was it that, coming out of the pool and then laying down on one side, which made you decide to hang it up?
I mean, it's terrible, man. You know that's a terrible cut, man. Just like the pompadour. Yeah, both of them.
Wait, the joint where it's kind of flipped over?
Yeah, man.
That's not for everybody.
Man. That's not fair.
But I appreciated a good, because I'm an 80s kid, so when you think about
so you like the pump?
No, not the pompadour. Like I said, 80s kid, like not an 1880s kid, 1980s. So when Bobby Brown came out with the Gumby for my prerogative,
it was fly.
It was
fly. It had its time, but it's over with. It's over with. That's over.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you think about everybody within the hip hop culture, who do you think pushed the haircut game forward? Who has the most iconic hairstyle in hip hop, in your opinion?
That's a tough one, because there's so many different eras.
Let's start with 80s era, then go 90s and 2000.
Play.
Okay.
90s. Then you got Kwame. Early 2000s. Definitely got Don. We got to put him in there, because they always ask for that beard. Early 2000s, late 2000s. I don't know. What you think?
When I think about 2000s, You know, I always love
see
a good
about it.
comeback, right? Like, you know, like when people be like, I call it, I don't want to call it hatfish, because hatfish is when you wear the hat, right? But for the longest time, we thought Jadakiss was bald, right? And then out of a sudden, out of the blue, my man got like a little baby fro.
Wait a minute. And
Anderson,
Floyd.
Floyd
Don't forget
Mayweather.
about Floyd now. Yeah.
And he has a beard now.
Yeah,
And all those years
I don't know how that happened. That was the magic.
Money.
Dandelion.
the Baijin?
Yeah.
Well, how'd you
Began. Nah.
Even Anderson .Paak made a comeback. We thought he was washed up top, and now we got like
Tory Lanez. Who else? Tiger.
So do you think these are all trips to Turkey?
Without a doubt.
Or cats using biotin?
Without a doubt.
You don't think it's biotin and vitamins and switching your diet up?
Nah, not that much.
Okay, fair.
You got to go from bald to braids. Nah, you got to get the transplant.
Okay, I mean, but for some people though, right? You know, who don't want to do the transplant route, are there any natural things that we as men can do to not only preserve the lifespan of our hair, but also resuscitate the scalp? You know, when the follicles can still grow, or you gotta take a trip.
You gotta take a trip.
Well, goddamn.
You gotta take a trip. I don't think there's no other way. You gotta take a trip. That's the only way that I've seen work. Cause you know, if you do the Rogaine and stuff like that, you miss a week, it's over with. It's kind of like
It's like when you miss a few days in the gym. It's like you ain't never been.
Yep, like you ain't never been. Yeah.
Well, that is real in the field. You know, a lot of times in barbershops, you see some of the most interesting things go down in real time. I remember back in the days, cats used to come through selling the bootlegs. You know what I'm saying? That was always a vibe. Cats coming through selling essential oils, pit bull puppies. What is the craziest thing you've seen go down in a barbershop?
Man, so many things. The craziest thing?
Even if it was two barbers fighting over a client. Because I know that happens sometimes too in some spots.
Definitely.
It's like, yo, he was mine first.
Craziest thing, we used to have this one crackhead come through, right?
Okay.
Now, she used to strip in the shop to like force people to give her money so she'd leave. That was crazy. That was crazy. She had a long joint. She'd be like, you don't want to get mama something. Like, yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. So we'll have to, she'll physically be brodying us, you know, to give her $5 so she'll leave. Yeah, that was crazy.
That is a very unique form of terrorism.
Yeah,
it's one thing to come in and be like, hey.
That was on MLK. Shout out to MLK.
Yo, in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
That's an interesting neighborhood. I remember there was a situation maybe about 6 years ago where the person who was selling bootleg DVDs and the person who was selling weed, they got into an altercation, and the DVD guy shot the weed guy. That
sound like Martin Luther King. It sound like it.
It's crazy how like a man who like fought for nonviolence and equality, the worst things happen on his street. You're from Philly,
yeah.
What do you think is gonna happen on Will Smith Way?
Will Smith Way?
Because he just got a street. They just gave him a street.
Will Smith Way gonna be good. Everything gonna be all right on Will Smith Way. I'm putting that good energy out there, man. Yeah, everything gonna be good on Will Smith Way.
From your mouth to the universe.
Yeah.
No slaps on Will Smith Way, okay? All right, cool. We're gonna let Don get the chair. We rock out. Welcome to the chair. Don Cannon is not just a Grammy-winning producer, but this man is a visionary who, along with his partner DJ Drama, helps set many artists on a trajectory to boldly go where no artist has ever gone before. All right, so when your client is a brother in hip-hop, things hit a little bit different, man. So how long you been cutting Don?
Man, how long it's been? What, 97, 98? Yeah, 98. Yeah.
That's a long time relationship. That is
yeah.
You lasted longer than any Kardashian marriage. You know what I'm saying? And consistency. You've been involved in the hip hop culture for quite some time. What was hip hop like in the early 2000s?
Early 2000s, fun. You know what I mean? Getting my feet wet from 2000 2004 in the mixtape game. Met Drama in that same era. We also got a chance to break a lot of artists, you know, too. we work with Ludacris, Lil Jon, Lil Strap, anybody you could think of, even early 2005, Young Jeezy, you know what I'm saying, Yo Gotti, all these guys we had a hand in helping their career with the mixtape game, and it was just a different level of passion, there was a different level of creativity, because you actually had to hit the ground running. It wasn't just throw it on the internet and maybe somebody gonna catch it. You know what I'm saying? This was, man, we had to go anywhere from Fairburn all the way to maybe Alpharetta, what Alpharetta was, just to give all these mixtapes out for people to understand who this artist was, and he was like, it was a business card for some. So we had a lot of fun doing it.
That's what's up. Like, if you had to slide everything that you guys were doing in the early 2000s into the business model which exists now in hip hop, do you think you guys would have had the same level of success or more? Because you got more tools.
I think internet made it a little bit more of an oversaturation business.
Got you.
So nothing was special. So we'd have been putting out stuff now. We've just been working extra hard to get people to understand and keep their mind on a certain project. Back then, this is all you got. You had Gangsta Grills, Big Boy, that's all you got for that time being. You had to wait on that. I think now you don't have to wait on music. It's 50 million songs out. So I think the model would have changed just a tad because of what it was. It was special then.
Got you.
Yeah.
Now, Q, this is back on you. Like, what was the energy of the shop like back in the 2000s, the early 2000s, compared to now?
Early 2000s. What was that? That was Philly Finest, early 2000s. Yeah. I don't know what we had, tall tees and flat jackets. I don't know, yeah. Early 2000s. Yeah, it was fun though. It was fun.
We had a culture shock because we came from Philly. We had Total Sports, which was all the jerseys. We had the pinroll hats, which was different colored, fitteds and snapbacks. And we was coming down here showing off. So we was trying to, put a Philly footprint in Atlanta with our gear. We just look different from everybody else.
Yeah, we definitely look different.
And when you think about Philly too, in relation to style too, you guys have an iconic beard game. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Off top, some would say the only beard team that rivals y'all is the Amish. What defined the Philly beard style? Like, when did it become cemented?
Man, I don't know.
I think with Freeway, probably.
In Philly. Was
But
it Freeway?
I think so. He made it national. But I mean, we always wore beards since the 70s. You know what I mean? You gotta take that back to Teddy P and all of them for real.
True, yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, I don't think that Freeway probably had his hand in making it popularized. Cause he was next to Jay-Z at the time.
Because I remember being down here, they was like, Shawty got that. He got that Freeway. He got that Freeway, Shawty.
That record was big, and when Jay said, "Gotta kill witnesses,"
the free beard sticking out.
It was like that's what made it like, okay, Philly is here. You know what I'm saying? So I got a beard late. I was doing everything. I was doing what the myths of it. It was like, yo, you gotta get fur burger. You gotta you gotta shave your face backwards and it's gonna grow in. You know what I'm saying? Stop smoking, all the stuff that they lied about. But once I got a beard, I was happy.
Word. Like, I don't think I've seen my chin since, 2017.
I shaved mine off one time. That's what you don't want to do. You walk around looking like
I had the bald face for a minute, maybe 6 years, and then when I got the beard back, I was like, what am I doing?
Now, what is the last year you've actually seen your chin, no beard?
Man, it's been a long time.
About 5 years.
Wow. You couldn't wait to grow it back, right?
Yeah, man, then it stayed. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they over there talking about, yo, you look way better with a beard. I'm like, so.
That's the rough part, because I feel like there's no turning back once people get used to seeing you in a certain look and style, man. Like, I don't even know what my chin do anymore. Like, my
back at the footage and all the interviews I was on, I was like, yo, you look crazy.
Yeah. You ain't never wear no chin strap, though. No, we ain't never, we don't wear a chin strap.
Yeah. I never had a chin strap.
Yeah.
But if you had to switch off to an alternate, right? Like, if you went from would you do goatee?
There is no alternate. We are from Philadelphia. There is
the
no
game.
alternate.
I don't know if I can do a go.
Man, do you see any parallels to haircut sessions and studio sessions? If you tried to marry the two, what are similarities?
The conversation. So the conversation between, when we go in the studio, before we even make a record, it's a conversation. We have to find out who the person is, if we connect creatively. And I feel like that's the same way here. I think that barbers create a legacy by having conversations with their clients. Even the people in the barbershop, these are all, instruments.
Yeah.
You got the instruments, you got the players, you see, the hairstylists, they all like background singers, you know what I'm saying? We got other barbers, they like, co-producers, you know what I mean? So I think it all works the same, if you look at it. That's a great question.
Man, he broke that all the way down, like for real.
Yeah.
Now, Q, putting it back on you for a sec.
Mm-hmm.
You work with a lot of people. Has there ever been somebody who came into you for a cut for like a big moment, something that was iconic for them and they needed to go, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the Grammys always, we do that. How many times we done did that now?
All right, so every time Don popped up at the Grammys, Q did the Qaadir the cut?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Now, do you have a personal favorite hairstyle that, like when you was younger, right, that you like rock with? Like, is there any like pictures of you in the 1900s with the high top?
1900s.
Yo, somebody hit me with that the other day. It's like, yo, your uncle, you from the late 1900s. I'm like, yo, I am.
I thought I was Kid from Kid and Play, so I had a box for a minute.
Didn't we all?
Then I put the peroxide in my hair, tried to get Big Daddy Kane. Then after that, I was bald for the rest of I ain't had no hair at the time. I had a drop top for about 30 years.
Man. It's crazy how fast, and or even how when you look at pictures of yourself, where you talk about how you saw like the era where you didn't have the deep beard, how that's an era for you.
Yep.
Like when I think about myself when I had the dreads, it's like I look at that like, damn, man.
Those days.
Yeah. Man, and it's like such a timestamp.
Yeah.
Like, what's a style that you would like to pull off again?
Man, I can't do the man unit, but if I would, I'd like to get 360 waves.
You want some 360s?
I would try to get them 360 waves. You know what I mean? I don't think I ever had waves, honestly. But I wanted to try that. Like, I'm starting to see like old school Philly pictures.
Right.
Like, damn, bro, I ain't had 360 waves. It was that.
They got they got some 720s now. It looks like all one wave going around the whole
360 waves for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy because Akon disappeared and then he came back and he had what appeared to be like ramen noodles. Like
Right.
it was
Bro,
like
that
spot.
joint was crazy. The way his hair was gone. I was like, damn.
I'm responsible before the disappearance. All of that from locked up to.
Oh, you used to cut Akon?
You don't see that?
Yeah.
Oh, you shook, man. Listen.
He did cut Akon.
Oh, that's what's up. So like you haven't seen him since he came back from Turkey?
Nah. Nah, but great dude, man.
No,
Great
yo,
dude.
solid guy, man. He's
Yeah,
still doing
man, I
like great
wouldn't
things in Africa, from what I
I wouldn't
understand.
have seen the world if it wasn't for Khan, man.
You went on tour with him.
Yeah, I went on tour with him. It was crazy. We did like 70 cities in like 3 months.
Barbershops are also the homes of some of the greatest debates, whether we talking boxing, rapping, sports teams and whatnot. What's some of the biggest debates you guys have seen in the shop?
Biggie or Nas, Michael Jackson or Chris Brown. That's a every week one.
Who lift the most weights?
Yeah.
That's a unique one. Like, who lifts the most weights out of who?
Who can do the most push-ups?
Oh.
Who get back in the bag?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who back in the gym? Who's back here every day? Those type of joints. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a very unique combo. Like, I've never
Who did
seen
the
some.
most steps?
Who did the most steps?
It's a
So,
different
do you guys have a friendly
conversation, man. We
competition going? Who gets the most steps daily?
Yeah.
Yeah, but more likely coming in And him being like, yeah, you see me, I'm in the gym. I'm like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the gym too. But then 4 or 5
That's because I keep
people
getting these alerts and ding, ding, Don has finished the workout. All right, man.
So you on that Fitbit or
That work, man.
Apple Watch? Okay, I gotta re-up. Man, see, that's a unique one, because like, yeah, it's like some of that stuff is so surface level, and I've never heard the debate. I hear people compare Chris Brown to Michael Jackson all the time, but like, you know, for the longest time it was always Prince or Michael. But to see, you know, Chris leapfrog some of those other people and get compared directly to Mike, that's why he don't get his props. Do you feel like, you know, Chris is in a space to where like, yo, man, like what happened 15 years ago, damn near, should be viewed as 15 years ago?
Bro, his run is impeccable. Like, if you think about it now, people are still listening to songs. I haven't even heard none of the new songs, and the kids still rocking with Chris Brown. So to be able to start with Run It, and then when we saw him at a young age, we were supposed to do his mixtape around Run It. Joel Santana was on that record. And just to watch his come up, it's just different, bro. He beat all odds. Like, you know, he had some cases that, you know, some publicity that didn't actually, you know, pan out with his career. But just to see him now still going, like, bro, multi-talented. Like, why I say Michael Jackson, you think about, he sing good, rap good, he paint, he dress, he know how to do karate. You know what I'm saying? What can he do? He like LeBron, you know what I mean?
Yeah, his art is crazy.
Yeah, he crazy. Like, even he give you a painting, like, you know, he might give you a painting, he might make a beat, he might rap.
No, the beat thing I didn't know about.
Yeah, he's doing all that, bro.
Now, I remember one time we interviewed him on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show, and he came in and like sat down and just started drawing. And then when he left, he handed the drawing to like somebody in the studio, and I was like, whoa, he really one of them Renaissance dudes.
Yeah, we got this word in the studio we call him super nigga. Everybody talk about Chris Brown, like, who the super nigga?
Like, because you know you guys have that bird's eye view. I mean, even from the barber side of things, what's a secret talent that an artist may have that nobody knows about?
Oh man, that's tough. Psychology. That's a talent, man. I feel like some of these artists know how to manipulate. Some of them know how to soak in knowledge, and just know how to maneuver. You know what I mean? And I think those things, it's a superpower in itself. Even if people call manipulation a bad thing, it's just something the artists have. It's part of their craft, you know?
I rock with that. But anything you seen in your space, Quap?
I don't know.
Like, Lil Uzi Vert really know how to knit.
So I ain't gonna lie, he's a super nigga too. He can dance, he can draw, he can rap, sing, he dress.
That's the only nigga I know can dance with 2 Rambo guys in his back pocket. We done seen some crazy stuff in the studio with that one.
Yeah, that dude dope. He backflip. It's all those, like, you think, you know what I mean?
Nah, super solid, man, yo. You know, so why do y'all feel like barbershops are still sacred spaces within the culture?
It's for people that can't afford a man cave or don't have a man cave. For the guys.
The Black Man's Country Club, whatever you wanna call it. But it's just this is definitely a safe space for the black man to come, you know, just dump his problems off, find out what other people think, find out that he ain't the only one, you know what I mean, going through what he going through. You know what I'm saying? Because there be some deep conversations going on up in here. And people be thinking they be by themselves. Homie in the other chair be like, nah. You know, this happened to me last week, blah, 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 blah. And you like, oh, all right, that's how you dealt with that? Like, yeah.
I got an uncle in Philly, he's 86. He lives in Yaden. He goes to a barbershop every day. He don't have a phone. He don't have cable television. He goes to the barbershop every day to watch TV and talk to the people.
That's dope.
And I realized that he didn't know how to get in touch with me, but only through Facebook, because they had the computer at the barbershop. Facebook called me, and I see him call me on Facebook, but he goes there every day. He practically lives there, but that's his conversation. All his kids live in Texas and out of town, so he never gets a chance to really conversate. So when he goes to that barbershop, they just keep him. They call him home, and he just sit there watch TV with them until it's closed down. He go home, he probably go to bed by the time it closed down. But that's just another unique situation. Like it's a home for a lot of people.
Yeah. My grandfather was the same way.
Really?
Yeah. You know?
And it's, you know, like when you look at what you do now, like, I mean, like cutting everybody. When you were younger, who was your go-to guy?
Who was my go-to guy?
Who was your qua?
Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown. He used to have that little flash in his pocket. He'd lean over like this, the flash hit you in the leg. Yeah, and then he'd grab your head like, yeah. Mr. Brown was cool, but after I got older, I think what was it, Freddie's Barbershop on 27th and Ridge. I used to go over there. Bill and Pete used to cut my hair. Yeah.
Not Wild Styles.
Wild Styles was later on. That's when I started cutting. You talking about Nas? That's when we really started getting haircuts. Then. That's when Philly got. We was on the mat then.
What was the shift
Shout out
going
to
on?
Nori. What you say?
What was the shift going on then that to where you made it, where you felt like that's when y'all really started getting your cuts?
We started winning a lot of hair shows around that time. You know what I'm saying? So that was like the shop to go to in the city. You know what I'm saying? Like we'd pass out the roses to the girls. They'd just vote us on. And our haircuts was good too.
Okay.
That's when that C cup came alive. You know what I'm saying? Back then, that was Wild Star.
Yo, so like, you know, when people leave the chair and go about their regular life, what are 3 things that people need to do to maintain they fresh until the next time they sit back in the chair again?
I wouldn't wear my do-rag 24/7 like a lot of dudes do because it snatch your hairline out right there. But just make sure you wash your hair, you know what I'm saying, regular. Grease it, put the do-rag on, wait till it dry, and then you know, take it off and let your hair breathe. Just maintain it, you know what I mean?
All right. And how often do you come in?
Man, a lot less than I like to. You know what I mean? I'm on the run so much, just working and stuff. I come here maybe every 10 days, maybe.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll be having to come to the house.
Yeah.
Mom, she be like, you know, cut now. She's a cut maniac.
Oh, that's what's up.
If she find out I'm right here doing this and she didn't get no cut, she probably mad.
Yeah.
It's
My
a
whole
family
come
affair.
in, though.
Yeah.
Cousin come in, my mom, everybody know. We just ask more to go. Just go down.
That's very dope. Man. So what keeps you passionate these days about music and culture?
I think it's an inner passion, actually. You know, I started 5 years old. You know what I mean? My first DJ gig, I was 7 years old. I did a wedding. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I think that it's like brushing my teeth. I don't think it's something that's like I wanted to grow up and say I'm doing that. I was just doing it. You know what I mean? So it just rolled over. I think now it's like just helping exceptional talent get to their goals. Me and Drum came up, you know, I came out, we didn't have nobody come put their arm around us like, I see what y'all doing. I'm about to help y'all do this. We had to build ourselves. So I feel like a lot of people need help because they be talented, but they be stranded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They be like orphans almost. You know what I mean? And I feel like just helping them get to the next level is dope. And it's sad, you know, you're sad to see a lot of people commit suicide. They don't know what they're doing. A lot of people crashing out for no reason, social media making them out to be something they're not or something they are. So, you know, you just try to come in there and tap in and try to keep that part of the game because that's all we got, the culture, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's crazy that the parallel that exists there and what you do, because, you know, you help bring artists to the forefront, help create music. They give people confidence, make them feel good about themselves, give them energy, put the wind in their sails. On the cut side of things, people come in and they walk out of here with their chin up high.
Yeah.
You know, what keeps you doing what you do?
Just that particular moment right there. Just knowing that they got this sense of confidence, you know what I'm saying, when they leave out the chair. I made them look good. They might just be having a bad day. The girl might have broke up with them, you know what I mean? They come in, I hear so many stories. Oh, I met a new girl this week. All right, bet. You know what I mean? I did my job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
She like to cook.
Yeah, she like to cook. All right, so now you getting fed and you got a girl, you good. Yeah, but just that, just that feeling, man, knowing that somebody, you know what I mean, they feel good about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's it for me.
It ain't just about the cut, it's about the connection. From bars to blades, hip-hop lives here.